working, that's why I am. Better move that link cable, bro, you can't twang. There ain't no fainting round here, fam, my gangs. I will straight for your HB, that's why they call man. Yo, talking like say you're gonna sky me. When I draw for the ball, you be like, why me? Trust me, cuz one by one I'll make.
Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over why you should buy a used BMW E46 in 2020. So as you guys will see here, this is the BMW E46 that I currently own, and I just wanted to do this video really because I know a lot of people are looking for these. And the other day when I was searching on eBay for them, because I was planning to sell this one, and people are going to say to me why, I don't know, just realistically it doesn't do well for my channel, but you know, these things can change. I might end up keeping it. But when I was looking, I realized that these cars are becoming rare and more rare every day when I try and look for them. Now, as you'll know, the interior side of these are very nice and very basic, nothing like the new E60s and E90s. They're nicely laid out and they are still, you know, what BMW are calling a classic still today. As you'll see here, this is the 330i M Sport, and as you guys know, it's got the M Sport kit on it, so that makes this car look a lot more better, more stylish. The aerodynamics, the suspension, and the prices are starting to go up on these cars now, especially for the 330i. I've realized online that these are now going for around 1,800 to nearly 2 grand, and they're going to keep coming up in the years to come. And this is the main reason why I wanted to do this video, because I know a lot of people are still going back to these cars, are coming back from the E60s and E90s after having a lot of trouble and planning to come and buy one of these cars. Now, if you're in the market looking for a E46 or an E39, my advice to you would be go and buy it. Don't think twice, because these cars do make great cars and they're very cheap to maintain. I have all the videos up for the maintenance on these cars, and the maintenance on them is very, very easy. When I bought this car, it had all original BMW parts still fitted, and you know, it's still going phenomenal. Even though I've changed everything, it's actually driving a lot better than when I first bought it. Obviously it required quite a few things because of the fact that it had been neglected. This one's got the Bluetooth, the Harman Kardon. So as you'll see here, this one's basically 2004, so it was fitted. It's just before the facelift, because as you guys know, it would have gone to the facelift with the projector lenses and everything right there, but this one didn't make it. But it's got the washers. But apart from that, it's been a really good car. It's got the MV2 alloys on it, which really on the pre-facelift should have the MV1s, but someone changed them over as well. These cars, like I say, are very easy maintenance. They're very cheap and reliable, and that's why a lot of people are going back to them after the E60 and E90s and coming back to these, because they, like I say, they're having a lot of issues, and you can pick these cars up cheap. Another reason why you're not seeing many of them on eBay or Gumtree anymore is purely because a lot of people are storing them and keeping them with low mileage and not willing to sell them because of the prices. They're going to go up on them dramatically on these cars. So that's another thing you guys need to think about, that if you're going to go and plan and buy one, go and buy it now. Because like I said, when I was looking on eBay, and this is just eBay alone for these cars for this year, I could only find 2, and they were both in the excess of 2 grand, between 1,800 and 2 grand. So that means they're already starting to go up on price. I remember when you could get these cars for 1 grand. Now, a lot of people will sit here saying to me, or come and comment on the video, should they buy a 320 diesel M Sport? I am not applying this to all the 2-litre diesels, because they're not classed as a BM as far as I'm concerned, because they're English-made engines, they're diesel engines, and that's not really a classic and never going to be a classic. If you are in the market to buy an E46, make sure you buy this in the 330i if you want it to have any kind of value later on in life. People are not going to want a diesel later on in life, and they're not going to hold their value. If you do want a strong, stable car, it has to be the M54 engine, and also the diesel, and also the petrol. So I recommend that you guys go and get this one and make sure it's worth for your while, because as I said to you before, these cars can end up becoming a future asset and make your income great if you manage to store them and keep them in pristine condition the way this one is at the moment. This is why I'm debating whether to get rid of it or pull it in storage for that reason. So as you guys will see as well, you can see right here, like I said, the E46 does make a great car to go and buy in 2020, just purely because of the way it looks, the way it drives, and how cheap it is. And it's becoming more and more cheaper on insurance, and obviously because it's going to end up being on classic insurance, which is going to make this car even cheaper for a lot of people. And when you go into the interior side of things, the interior is very still, you know, quite ahead of its time. Some of them come with the sat nav all down here, as many of you guys know, where the climate control will be down here. That's a lot of them in the 330, especially on the convertibles. This one's just got a normal DAB radio. You know, as you'll see here, this car's on 160k, bought it on 154,000. So, you know, it was still running perfectly. You know, I'll start the engine up so you guys can hear as well. with no dash lights either, which I think is very rare. The gearbox fluid, as again, has not ever been changed on this car, and it's still pulling perfectly on 160k. When I did buy this car, it had an exhaust blow. As many of you guys probably know, is a common problem on these cars. The bolts end up rusting from the downpipe, which can cause it to blow. It's a common problem. They end up corroding, especially in the UK. Many people have gone through it, and this is why, like I said, they are great cars, and it didn't cost me much to have it done. Like I say, it wasn't something I could do on the floor. Took it to a garage, they didn't charge much to have it done either, but it paid off, and now this car just completely runs like a dream. It doesn't need anything. We've done the Vanos seals, the valve cover gasket. Most of the jobs have been done on this car. But let's go over to the engine. I'm going to show you what everything is in the engine and what engine you need to go and make sure you go and buy this engine. So as you'll see here, guys, this is the M54 engine, and this is the M54 plant inside the E46. Now, as you guys know, this engine would have run into the E60 as well, and a lot of people, when I got rid of their E46, went and got this engine in an E60, only to find out the E60 was riddled with electrical problems, which is the common cause when you do go and buy E60 of the M54 engine. But this engine is super reliable in the E60s, and it's an engine even I've had in the E60s, and it is really reliable. I wouldn't advise going to buy that. If you are looking to get an M54 engine, stick with the E39 or E46. These cars are great cars, and as you'll see here, the whole engine bay itself looks absolutely spotless. Everything looks clean in there. That's because we've done the valve cover, I've done the Vanos seals, we've done the water pump, I did the thermostat, we did everything from the CCV. The diesel was already changed when I bought it. Everything had been changed. These cars are reliable and very cheap. To overhaul this whole engine, I can tell you right now, I think I did a receipt bill on it of how much I spent on this car, and I think it totaled up to about £400 to overhaul this whole engine. Now, considering the newer engines, which is like the M52, which will run you in the excess of probably about £900 to £1,000 to overhaul that engine, this is a really good engine for anyone to overhaul and maintain. Bearing in mind, like I say, a lot of the parts on this were still original BMW parts, i.e. the valve cover, the water pump and thermostat, the CCV was original. All of it was original stuff on this car until I bought it. Even the battery is still original BMW. Now, that's not to say that you're going to get it and it's still going to have original parts. The valve covers on these do like to leak and will leak, but like I say, I rectified all the issue as well as the Vanos seals. Now, a garage will charge you about £1,000 for the job if you're going to do it yourself, which I strongly advise you to go ahead and do it yourself, because these cars are very, very easy maintenance and very easy to work on. They literally take nothing to do. You guys can see it on my video. I've got a full detailed video on how to do the Vanos seals and the valve cover on this. These do work an absolute treat, and you can do them very, very easily at home yourself, and it takes a couple of hours just to do it. But it is worth the reward after you've done it, and especially the driving. Like I say, the Vanos seals do wear down over time on the M54 engine, but it's something, if you do replace it, you'll feel the power there again. With the newer seals, like I said, you can buy them from XAR, and you can get the new seals for the M54 engine. So I do have a lot of other guys as well with the M57 engine in the E46 as well as the E39, and like I said, them engines are good. Yes, they're good. I even own one out of E39 Agent Edition, as you guys will know, with the 530 diesel engine at 70k, but I chose to get rid of it. Why? Because people are thinking these are going to be classics. They will not become classics because the way in the UK, the way diesel's going. So if you are in the market for an E46, and the only ones that are going to increase on their price range is the 330i. I don't know too much about the 325i. It may do, it may not. It's the same engine plant. It's underpowered, and not a lot of people, it's not a popular choice for people. A lot of people usually opt for the 330i, like the 530i's and things like that when they're going for these engines. I do not consider the 540i ever going to be a classic because of how plagued it is in problems with the M62 engine either. So I'd advise staying away from that, even though you don't get that in E46. But like I say, guys, if you're in the market for an E46, the time is now to go and grab one in 2020. They're becoming more rare and rare every day. I would advise you to go and buy one of these cars now, especially in the UK. Like I said, you go and put an E46 330i, you're going to find it very hard pushed to find hardly any. I was looking, and then that's what made me think maybe I might keep this car, because where they're getting less and less, the price goes up on these cars. As the price goes up, you know, you can sell them for a lot more money than what they were before, and these cars are worth the money, you know, for a very simple maintenance, very easy maintenance, very cheap maintenance. Everyone will go and buy these cars because, you know what, you got a BMW, but it's very cheap and easy to look after. Fair enough, road tax bracket is quite high, but realistically they're very strong cars. I put this car through MOT and it passed with just a bit of play in the wishbones after so many years. You know, that's just shocking. My E60 needed more than that, but this car passed its MOT with just play in the wishbones. I was literally surprised. It flew past the MOT, and that shows you how strong and sturdy these E46s still are, even in 2020. And this is a 2003 plate car with 160,000 miles. So guys, I hope this clears a lot of things up for why you should buy a used BMW E46 in 2020. Like I said, there is a lot of reasons why you should be buying one, especially the price. I think £2 now could end up becoming probably about £8 in the next 2 years on that car, even if you've got the space to store it. I really believe you should go and buy one of these cars. Like I say, they're great cars, cheap maintenance and great for all day use as well, and they're very cheap to actually keep running as well. And like I say, parts very rarely fail. If you're going to have it in storage, try and get one with low mileage, try and overhaul everything, so then when it comes to the time to sell it, the new owner will actually buy it knowing everything has been done, the main maintenance has been done. These cars will be great cars and will become a future classic. People ain't believing me, but BMW already have this car in their catalogue in the classic section, and this is why now prices are on the rise for these cars big time, and this is why everyone should go out and buy one, even if they've got the space to store it. If you haven't got the space to store it, try and find somewhere to store it, because these cars, while they're at 1,000, 1,800, 2,000, that is nothing to go and buy one. Like I said, I do not include the 320 diesel on this, or the 323i, any of them. If you are going to go and buy one, make sure it's the 330i. This is the only ones that BMW considering a classic, as well as the E46 M3. Even M3s are on the rise, guys. I've been seeing them E46 M3s going up and up and up there every year. So if you're going to go and get one as well, go and get an E46 M3, but I really do think you should buy an E46. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. This is BMW Dr. Dean here. Like I said, go and buy a used BMW E46 in 2020. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.